Hey guys, it's Brian. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be giving you a look at Mustang's Signature Series by Dave Perowitz. This is a step-up style seat that Mustang has created. I really like the look of this seat. Now, if you're new here to the channel, this is my 2020 Road Glide Limited that I have affectionately named Jacaris. This is in its bagger configuration. This is the look that I wanted to go for when it's just me riding single up. I do use this bike for commuting. So this is part of that build out series. So if you are new here, I really would appreciate if you consider subscribing. So let's talk a little bit about the seat. So this is part of their Signature Series. This is a step-up seat, a hightail seat, depending on how you want to call it. It has the diamond stitch pattern in it that I really like. It gives the seat a lot better look than a standard plain seat. The normal seat that I run for touring is the Mustang Super Deluxe touring seat that has the stitching in it, and I really like the look of it better than just a standard black seat. That ties sort of in the look of keeping the bike more custom, and personally, I'm not a big fan of plain black seats. I kind of feel like every seat looks the same. So Mustang did a really great job with this seat. Now, with the Super Deluxe touring seat, it's an amazing touring seat. We've had that for about 3 years now, and I couldn't be any happier with it. So for this look, I really wanted to keep with the Mustang seats. This seat is going to be a little bit more plush than a standard touring seat, and that's really because this is an around town seat. I would say this is probably, you certainly could tour on this seat, but for me, it would probably be like a 200 mile, 300 mile seat versus a touring seat where you could ride 700, 800 miles, 1,000 in a day with no problem. One of the reasons that I like this seat so much for commuting is it's very narrow. And that narrow design allows you to throw the bike around a little bit, which is a lot easier to do with this style seat than it is a touring seat. The step-up seat is really nice too because it's still going to give you some back support. I'm a big fan of back support. I just am. This is going to come up pretty much above the square of your back, just about the square of your back, I should say. Now, I'm 6'1", 6'2" in boots, so you have to keep that in mind where that's going to fit for you. Like I said, I really do like the narrow design of it. And this seat is a little bit more plushy, like I said, than the touring seat, but it's not plushy enough that it's going to leave you hot spots after riding in it. I just kind of wanted to give you a first look at the seat and kind of go through my thoughts of it. There will be I want to do a review later like I did with the Mustang Super Deluxe touring seat and give you a look about it a year later. If you are looking for a touring seat, I'm going to put a link up to show you. You can check out my review of that seat and you can get my feedback. The reason I like Mustang seats is they put a lot of quality into their seats and they put a lot of design into their seats. There are different, obviously seats, there's so many of them on the market. This seat runs for about $550 off their website, which I think is a good deal. There are a lot of step-up seats on the market. A lot of them are going to break down a lot faster. They're pretty much meant for the look rather than a riding seat. Mustang is built for riding as well as having the look that's going to give you a look that's going to make your bike stand out. I think that's the most important thing is when you go with one of these seats, especially with the diamond stitching, it stands out and gives you a much better look for how you're how you want to make the bike look. It's just that little bit of pop that stands out. This is also an extended reach seat, so you're going to get about a 1.5 inches, maybe to 2 inches setback. The thing I like about that is it doesn't press up against your groin like a standard seat would. It sets you back and it's a little bit more comfortable. It does make it for a lot more aggressive riding too because you can stretch out rather than being pushed up onto the tank. I personally don't like that style of being pushed up. My Super Deluxe is an extended reach seat as well. So I've been very happy with the setback for my size. Like I said, this is really going to be part of that build out series. I'm really looking forward to continuing to build the bike out with this look. One of the things I would ask from you guys, if you are watching this and you run a step-up seat, let me know what you're running. I'm very curious and on what bike. Like I said, I personally like Mustang, but I'd be really curious to what your feedback is for running a step-up seat, whether it's worked out for you or not. So that's really all it is. is the video is going to be a first look. I do want to mention though, if you are new here, please consider subscribing, especially if you're a Road Glide rider. There's going to be a lot more upgrades coming to this bike. Like I said, we're going to be putting extended bags on this bike. We're going to put a wraparound seat. We're going to do the floorboards, and we're really going to be building it out. You're going to see a review coming for the sissy bar and some other things that we're going to be adding to the bike. So like I said, really that's all there is to it. It's going to be a simple first look video, but as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and please remember, you're not alone.